Welcome to the Flag Bearer channel. This is Little Known Black History Facts. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Lion Man, the first and greatest black superhero. Long before Stan Lee and Marvel Comics produced the black superhero Black Panther, there was Lion Man. Lion Man was the very first black superhero created by Orrin Cromwell Evans. Orrin Evans was the first black writer to cover general assignments for a mainstream white newspaper in the United States. Evans thought he could use the comic book media to further highlight the history of African American journalism. Evans partnered with former colleagues to form the Philadelphia publishing company All Negro Comics Incorporated, with himself as president. In mid-1947, the company published one issue of All Negro Comics, a 48-page standard-sized comic book with a typical glossy cover and newsprint interior. Unlike other comic books of its time, it sold for 15 cents rather than 10 cents. The first black superhero, Lion Man, appears on the comic's front cover, wearing only a cloth covering his loins, but he has quite an interesting backstory. Lion Man is a scientist whom the United Nations tasked with watching over Magic Mountain somewhere in Africa's Gold Coast region. The area has enough uranium for a deadly bomb. Therefore, Lion Man must report any suspect activity to prevent war. But he does a little more than feed information. He's confronting and battling white antagonists in this comic, which probably didn't go over too well with the general white public. Lion Man stands out as a very different superhero. Orrin Evans created his character far beyond what black people were used to seeing at the time. Usually in the comic books of the 1940s, black characters were typically stereotypical sidekicks to the white hero. For example, in the Spirit comic books of the same time period, the black character Ebony White was drawn with huge pink lips, stood less than 5 feet tall, and acted cowardly while the white hero was tall and courageous. Lion Man was intelligent, brave, and a sidekick to no one. Lion Man was created at the time when there was fear across the world of an atomic bomb attack. Lion Man's mission was to guard and protect his kingdom located in Magic Mountain in Africa, which is rich in various elements, mostly uranium. Uranium is an element that could be used to build the atomic bomb. The United Nations is not comfortable knowing that this leaves the world vulnerable to any warmongering nation, so it contracts a young, black, educated African American as its special agent. The young man is a college-educated scientist who is a martial arts and hand-to-hand combat expert. The UN equips him with state-of-the-art technical spy equipment to be their undercover agent and be known as Lion Man. Lion Man was an agent for the United Nations and not a costumed superhero in a crime-ridden American city. There was a reason for that. At the end of World War II, the world wanted peace. Therefore, Evans created a black hero to fight to keep international peace throughout the world. Lion Man was dressed only in a loincloth so as to appear to be a member of an African tribe. He also lives in a grass hut, which serves to disguise his laboratory, which includes radar, spy equipment, and other technology. Lion Man does have a sidekick named Bubba. Bubba is a young boy about 8 years old who is an orphan. Bubba is always mischievous and a prankster. They become a team that predates Batman and Robin. What was most surprising for the time is that in the 1940s, scenes of a black character punching and throwing white men around didn't appear in media, books, movies, or comic books. But it did in the Lion Man comics. Lion Man fought to stop white villains from getting their hands on the uranium, that if falling into the wrong hands could result in the deaths of millions of people throughout the world. He is also defending himself and Africa from the same people who also want to kill him for standing in their way. Lion Man could sense unseen danger. He had great scientific knowledge. He also had uncanny speed and great physical strength. By being in print long before Black Panther and other black superheroes that we have grown familiar with, Lion Man is the first black superhero. Lion Man was groundbreaking because he was the first black hero in Africa. He was a positive and heroic black character when during that time only racial stereotypes were perceived forms of entertainment. He fought white racist enemies, which was unheard of for that time period. Most profoundly, he was an agent of the United Nations assigned to protect Africa and the entire world. When all of the qualities of Lion Man are added up, he can truly be referred to as the first and the greatest black superhero. Orrin Cromwell Evans attempted to publish a second issue, but was unable to purchase the newsprint required. He found that his source for newsprint would no longer sell to him, nor would any of the other vendors he contacted. Evans believed that he was blocked from doing so by prejudiced distributors, as well as from competing white-owned publishers who began producing their own black-themed titles to be inserted in black newspapers. His all-Negro Comics was not only the first comic of original material to be marketed to blacks, it was the only comic book produced by blacks and the only comic book featuring black characters in lead heroic roles. Until next time, if you like little-known history facts as I do, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Press the bell to be notified of future uploads. Thank you for watching.